Rob, developing story back here in England with the announcement of Lee Carsley, and interesting that it's on an interim basis.
Yes, this very much anticipated. The FA launched a full process to replace Gareth Southgate, and in fact, it does in part mirror how Gareth Southgate originally got the England job in 2016. He was appointed interim manager after that ill-fated one-match reign for Sam Allardyce, and he did manage to convince the FA leadership that he was the right person then to stay on permanently. And Gareth Southgate himself had been under-21 manager at the time, and that's who Lee Carsley has been. The job he's had, Lee Carsley's been the under-21s manager. In fact, he won the under-21 Euros, the first time England had won it since the 1980s. So he's already achieved success, and something that the FA are very notably highlighting today is that he's not just been part of the England under-21 setup, but he's also been part of the wider technical team around the last two Euros in 2021 and the most recent one just now in Germany, as well as the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. So he's sort of been around that environment, which is built around this St George's Park base for the England teams, which has allowed him to work closely with Gareth Southgate while he has been England manager. Of course, Gareth Southgate deciding to leave after 8 years in charge following the final defeat to Spain last month in the Euros final. And what this does, it gives the FA time now to sort of think through for the longer term, because the matches that Carsley will be in charge of are in the Nations League, a relatively new competition. In fact, England relegated into the second tier of it that doesn't have as much consequence for them, and it allows them to look forward to the start of World Cup qualifying next year as they build towards that tournament in 2026. He does have, interestingly, a first match in charge against Ireland, who he did indeed play for. That's coming up in Dublin in September, followed by a match at Wembley against Finland.
People may not know Lee Carsley that well. I mean, the extensive professional career he had, born in Birmingham, but as you said there, Rob, 40 caps for the Republic of Ireland. There was a lot of discussion as to whether the next England manager should be English, when Lee Carsley, born in England, but is Irish, having played for them as well. Will people presume then he's a foreign manager, or will they see it as some sort of middle ground, given that he was born in England, even though he played for Ireland?
Yes, he is very familiar, of course, with English football. Played his career in English football, including across the top flight as well. The fact he's, been involved with Coventry, Sheffield United, Brentford, Manchester City, and Birmingham. And, it gives him that sort of intense familiarisation. I think when people talk about a foreign manager, some of the questions are raised about, does someone have any connection to the English game? And that's something notable in the sort of quasi-job advert the FA put out, which is having that, I think, connection to the English game is something that they want, and been able to obviously ultimately deliver success for England. But certainly, the way he has played at Derby, Blackburn, Coventry, Everton, Birmingham, and shows he has that very strong affiliation about born in Birmingham as well. So it's, I think, a very different level of discussion in terms of around a complete outsider to the game, which of course Sven-Göran Eriksson was when he took charge in 2001 of England. But it just showed that the FA are conducting a process. They did put this advert out a few weeks ago, which gave the various parameters for the England job. And also, I think they want to show that they are going through that mechanism as they try to replace Gareth Southgate, who brought a new dimension to the England job. Of course, the fact not only all that success, really raising the bar in terms of reaching the 3 semi-finals, reaching back-to-back Euros finals as well, obviously just missing out on a trophy, but also the way he was able to reconnect the players and the fans with the team, and also at times be that sort of bigger statesman as a sort of voice of the England team. So this will test Lee Carsley out if he does have ambitions for the job longer term. How does he deal with also being able to talk around bigger issues that can come up with the team? Also, can he bring a particular tactical blueprint to the team as well? And who knows, if he delivers those successful results in the Nations League, it could convince the FA to stick with who they know.